one question you asked was about resolving a conflict and how it turned out. I was working in Las Vegas for an attorney as the assistant to the office manager, and one day the office manager was actually out of the building, so I was pretty much the next in charge, next in line, and we had a coworker who was complaining about the chair he was using. I guess he said that it was hurting his back, and he felt like there was better chairs out there, and that this one was stalling his work, and his work ethic was stalling because of the back pain he was having, and he needed to change. So what I did was I went around the building, seeing if anyone would want to give up their chair to kind of resolve a conflict and solve the issue, and we ended up finding one lady who was, willing to give up her chair to this guy so that he could finish his work and, kind of calm down, and we can get through the day as usual. That's just one way of solving a conflict. This lady actually really resolved it because she gave up her chair, and at the end of the day it helped because he solved his problem, and we were able to get through the workday as normal. Another question was about an ethical dilemma that I had to deal with. As I was working at the same law office, I found out that a coworker was going to be fired in the next week or so. But during that time, I wasn't going to be here. I was on my way back to school, so they kind of told me in confidence. And it was weird because I knew the coworker very well. We were good friends. We talked every day. And the next couple of days kind of came about, and he was asking me about, if he should buy a gift for one of his friends or girlfriends or something. And without giving away the fact that he was going to be fired, I was kind of like, hey, you should maybe reevaluate. Spending your money so soon, maybe just hold off before you make any rash decisions, before you spend a lot of money. Just wait for the weekend, think it over, and kind of figure out if that's really what you want to buy, without actually giving up the fact that he was going to be fired in the next few days or so, or in the next week or so. It's a tough position because you're told this information in complete confidence, and you talk to this person every day, so you don't want to tell him, hey, you're going to get fired, don't buy this, but at the same time, you don't want him to go out and spend his money and then get fired and not have money. So it was a tough spot, but I think later on he realized, hey, I probably should wait before I buy this, and I'm pretty sure he ended up getting fired. I wasn't there when all that happened, but I think at least he was able to hold on to his money and not make any rash decisions. And the last question was about how would I reduce energy and electricity consumed in the workplace. A big thing I noticed is, you're driving around and you see these big glass buildings, and there's lights on all the time. Whether there's people in there or not, there's lights on. So I think one of the main factors in the workplace would be to turn off every light if no one's using it. To have a light sensor, actually, so if there's motion in the room, hey, the light will be on, but if there's no motion, then the lights will turn off. It's kind of just cost efficient. Anything without an on or off switch, like a phone charger or anything like that, should be unplugged if it's not in use. That would definitely cut down on some prices. All electronics who can be put into sleep or hibernation mode should definitely program that to their computer so that there's no issue as far as computer that's not being used is constantly just going and going and going. Definitely be more efficient with that, and mainly just whenever you see something that's running that's not being used, just make sure to turn it off. Especially when it comes to lights and electronics and things like that. They can easily be powered off, and if we can control that, I think that'll definitely reduce the amount of electricity consumed in the workplace.